we'll do next, we'll try to understand the syllabus of geography in UPSC examination, both for prelims and for mains examination. One by one, we'll just go with it. Right. So this exercise, very popularly, we call them as what? Decoding of syllabus. Now, what is decoding? See, there are levels of decoding we have. Number one, you should understand the syllabus. What exactly is the direct dictates of the syllabus? Sometimes what happens? Explicitly few things are mentioned in the syllabus. But sometimes you should go for what? Inherent meaning of the syllabus. There will be some gray areas. The gray areas has to be decoded. That's the reason I prefer this word called as what? Decoding of the syllabus. Friends, as I said, geography is there both for your prelims and mains examination. And you also know the fact. It's a very popular question, and the answer to this question is also equally popular. Always there is a question. They ask, which examination is easy? They ask whether it is mains or prelims, right? People normally say, students say that mains is easy, prelims is difficult. Both are difficult. Both are difficult. We cannot almost say that it means mains is easy examination, but one thing we can say, mains examination is comparatively easier than what? Prelims. Now comes the question, why exactly this mains has become slightly easier or comparatively easier than prelims? Is very simple, sir. It is all because of the syllabus. Now, for example, when I talk about mains examination, very interestingly, mains examination, the syllabus approximately runs for 7 pages, sir. It almost runs for 7 pages. If I just almost read the syllabus for preliminary examination, barely I have a syllabus which is running only for 7 lines or 7 sentences. Right, sir? 7 very small sentences I have. Right, sir? But mains examination, it is 7 pages. Now comes the question, how come? One says that 7 lines is difficult and 7 pages is easy. The reason is very simple. Because mains examination, the syllabus is given in such a fashion that the detailed syllabus is given. What to prepare is exactly given. If you can understand, if you start preparing for the explicit topics of the mains examination, your preparation becomes simplified. But mains, you do not enjoy that cushion. Mains examination is more like an indicative syllabus. Roughly they say you prepare for geography. But once you start understanding, right, what exactly they're trying to say, that is sometimes it is disturbing. Sometimes what happens, they say, they give you, they elaborate it. But the meaning says you prepare for geography. Right. For example, preliminary examination, we'll just try to almost read the sentence and we'll just try to understand what exactly UPSC is trying to convey. Why exactly preliminary preparation is becoming slightly difficult than mains examination preparation. We'll try to understand. Now, friends, as I was discussing, geography is there both for your prelims and mains examination. For preliminary examination, it is one of the 7 broad areas what we have. One of the 7 broad areas. When it comes for mains examination, out of the 4 GS papers what we have, geography forms that part of paper 1. That is GS1. GS1 in your mains examination. Right, sir? Now, approximately, if I am just almost bringing the syllabus of mains examination, I have 3 paragraphs of syllabus, sir. 3 paragraphs of syllabus are there for geography mains examination. But when I talk about preliminary examination, only 1 line is there. Now, we have to understand what exactly is this syllabus says. First, we'll try to understand preliminary examination syllabus, then we'll go for what? Mains examination syllabus. Very carefully if I'm just reading it. What it says Indian and world geography. Now, UPSC is further elaborating on it. It says physical, social and economic geography of India and world. My dear friends, read it very carefully. It says what? Physical, social and economic geography of India and world. Now, just now we almost studied about this subject called as geography. Just for your sake, if I'm just going for this geography, once again reiterating geography, somewhere, when I talk about geography, approximately, there are 2 major divisions or branches of geography. You call them as what? Physical and human. And when I talk about human, again you can classify this human into 2 other branches. You call them as what? Social and economic in nature. Economic in nature. Right. So if that is the case, can I say, when I talk about branches, there are three broad branches. You call them as what? Physical, social, and economic geography. And when I talk about the approach, there are two different approach. One you call them as what? World approach, and two you call them as what? Indian approach. Now comes the question. Branches are three and approaches are two. If that is the case, total number of combinations what we have is 6. Physical geography of the world, physical geography of India, social geography of the world, social geography of India. Now my dear friends, read the syllabus very carefully. What syllabus says? Physical, social and economic geography of India and the world. I'll repeat again. Syllabus says it is physical, social and economic geography of India and world. If that is the case, what exactly preliminary syllabus of geography is all about? Simple. It is entire geography. One line, entire scope of geography is coming into picture. You have to study the entire geography. That's the reason sometimes we say preliminary examination is indicative syllabus. Right? It means what to prepare exactly, we are not sure about it. Entire geography you are supposed to prepare. But still, what we'll do for rationalization or rationalizing our preparation, what we'll do, we'll try to almost go for a reverse engineering. The best way of understanding the question, or I would say the area where to be focused or where exactly more concentration has to be given or more importance has to be given, better way to understand is, best way is to solve the previous year's question paper. Maybe from 2011 onwards till the last almost examination what we had, 2019 say for example, right, somewhere we have 9 years of paper. If you can somewhere almost look for the questions that is asked in geography, somewhere you'll be finding a kind of a repetition, and whatever the areas which gets repeated, I understand this is the area that has to be focused on, right? So there's the only way out what we have to almost make your preliminary examination preparation slightly almost objective in nature, right, my dear friends? Somewhere we have an idea that what exactly is the demand of subject geography in preliminary examination. Sarcastically we say, right, when I talk about this subject preliminary examination, right, anything and everything what you assume that it is geography, that has to be studied. That's the reason slightly preparing geography for preliminary examination is slightly comparatively difficult, but it is still certain, right? You have to make it certain. Analysis of the past year question paper is very, very important to make your preparation very certain, particularly in preliminary examination. But when you come for the mains examination, things are slightly simpler. Why? Because I understand every details, or I would say syllabus is given in a detailed form. What to read exactly they have given, right? What to read. That's the reason always we say more detailed the syllabus becomes, the preparation becomes very easy. Comparatively, it becomes easy. Dear friends, in this regard, geography mains examination, we have 3 paragraphs. These 3 paragraphs of preparation, we are supposed to do it. So what exactly these 3 broad areas is all about? Number 1, it says salient features of world physical geography. We'll try to decode what exactly this salient features of world physical geography. And the second para, it says distribution of key natural resources across the world, and within bracket they say including South Asia and Indian subcontinent. And the same para they say factors responsible for the location of primary, secondary and tertiary sector industries in various parts of the world, and within bracket they say including India. We'll just try to almost have an idea that what exactly they are. And of course, when I talk about the third para, it says important geophysical phenomena such as earthquake, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclones, etc. One by one, we'll try to understand. And again, if you ask me, among the 3 paragraphs, what exactly is given, if you ask me that what normally takes more time for preparation, is this paragraph 1. Reason? More detailed the syllabus is given, your preparation becomes certain. Decoding is not needed. Whenever the syllabus is not given in detail, this is the place where you should go for what? Decoding of the syllabus. What is this decoding? See, understanding the hidden parts of the syllabus, you call them as what? Decoding of the syllabus. If you start expanding, what are the topics you will be reading in this particular line of syllabus? This is what you call them as what? Decoding of syllabus. One by one, we'll just do so. Right. We'll start with salient features of world's physical geography. One by one, we'll try to understand. Syllabus says salient features of world's physical geography. Now, if you ask me what is the best way of decoding it, go for a backtracking method. Start from each and every word. Now you know geography. What do you mean by geography? Study of Earth. What do you mean by physical geography? Physical geography is nothing but what? Again, to be very precise, study of Earth in isolation of human being, you call them as what? Physical geography. Right, sir? And they say study of physical geography, only world physical geography are going to study. My dear friends, we have made 4 combinations. Physical geography of the world, physical geography of India, human geography of the world, and human geography of India. These are the 4 combinations we have made it. But this paragraph demands 1 out of the 4 combinations. Right, sir? So what exactly this particular almost sentence demands? It demands your preparation only in where? Physical geography of world. Only physical geography of world it demands. Right, sir? Only one small part of it, 25%, mathematically speaking. But logically it may not be. Somewhere, sir. When I talk about physical geography, now comes the question. What all you will be reading in physical geography? Somewhere I said it. Physical geography is a study of Earth. You'll be studying in isolation of what? Human being. Right, sir? In that regard, what all you'll be studying in this physical geography, if you ask me, right, sir? Say, for example, when I talk about physical geography, right, sir? Predominantly, we'll be studying about 3 broad areas, sir, in physical geography. Number 1, layman's understanding. We'll be studying about what? Land. We'll be studying about air. We'll be studying about water. Right, sir? We'll be studying about land. We'll be studying about air. We'll be studying about water. Now, the study of land, the landform features, we'll be studying about landform. To be very precise, we'll be studying about lithosphere, the layer of outer surface of Earth, where exactly the outer surface of this layer, you call them as what? Landforms. Right, sir? We'll be studying about this landform. Or put it very simple, we'll be studying about what? Lithosphere. When I talk about air, we'll be studying about what? Atmosphere. And when I talk about water, we'll be studying about what? Hydrosphere. So, technically, these are the 3 spheres what makes that of an Earth. Now, sometimes, going back to the schools, you would have heard about this name. Wherever this land, water and air meets each other, wherever the lithosphere, atmosphere and means almost hydrosphere meets each other, that place of confluence, what you have, you call them as what? Biosphere. You call them as what? Biosphere. The life-bearing sphere of the Earth, you call them as what? Biosphere. To be very rational, when talk about biosphere, biosphere is the combination. This is that place where all these 3 spheres confluence with each other. You call them as what? Biosphere. Life-bearing sphere of the Earth. But today, because we have environment as a separate chapter, biosphere will be studying in under this content or this topic called as what? Environment. Now, in geography, physical or in physical geography, the 3 prominent areas what we'll be discussing, what we'll be studying is the 3 areas. Study of landform features, study of atmosphere, and study of oceans. Right, you call them as oceanography, you call them as climatology, you call them as what? Geomorphology. Technical words are not needed. Right, sir. Now comes the question, sir. Maybe for example, assume syllabus says, now when I talk about syllabus, according to our syllabus says, syllabus approximately it says, the salient features of, it says the salient features of world's physical geography. It simply says salient features of world's physical geography. Now, what is world's physical geography? What are the different heads we have in this world's physical geography? We have decoded. Right, sir? Now comes the question. Features. Features. Now we have to understand what is a feature. Make it very simple, sir. Very simple. When I talk about features, whatever you can see, whatever you can feel, you call them as a feature. The layman's way of understanding. If that is the case, can I say it's a landform feature? Right, say for example, when I talk about landform features, the major landform features are only few, sir. If you ask me, what are they? Landform features. Major landform features. 1, I call them as a plateau. I call them as a mountain. I call them as a plains. And I call them as an islands. I call them as an islands, right, sir? So these are some of the major four features what we have. Islands, you can regard it as a landform feature. You can regard it as an oceanic feature, both. It takes a situational almost, means almost situational term. Based on the situation, you can almost make it as a part of both land as well as water. Now, major landforms are only few. Similarly, we have some few atmospheric features. And similarly, if you ask me what are the oceanic features, again, only 5 major oceanic features are there, sir. If you ask me what are they, one I call them as what? Continental shelf. Number 2, I call them as what? Continental slope. Number 3, I call them as what? Abyssal plains. I call them as abyssal plains. And number 4, if you ask me what exactly they are, along the active boundary, if this active boundary is a convergent boundary in the ocean, you'll be having what? The deep oceanic trenches. And if you have a divergent boundary along the ocean or the ocean floor, what you will be having is a mid-oceanic ridge. Right, sir? Somewhere, features of the land, there are only 4 major features. If you ask me features of the ocean, again there are only 5 major features. All others are minor features within them. My dear friends, now somewhere, word by word, we have decoded the syllabus. Now, what is world physical geography? We understood. What is a feature? We understood. At least we had an idea. What are the features, landform features we have, and what are the oceanic features we have? Now, reading this word is very, very important. According to me, this word is very important. So if you ask me what is that word, this is the word, sir. This is the word. What I have it as a key to the lock. Salient. Now comes the question. Is it necessary for you to prepare the entire world physical geographic feature? Answer is no. Because UPSC says, kindly prepare only those features or you study only those features which is important. Now comes the question, how do you define or how do you come to a conclusion that this is important? Simple. Geographically, this feature should be important, sir. Most of the books should have given this feature as an important feature, or it should have been continuously in news. If it is there in news or geography, according to geography, most of the authors, if they feel that this is an important feature, we have to study it. As simple as this. We are not going to make a research on it. Dear friends, line by line we have decoded. What is world's physical geography? We have an idea. What is a feature? We had an idea. And of course, the most important word, a word of filter, what qualifies your preparation is this word called as salient. And if you're taking a very close look, each and every paragraph have a similar word. If you're just going for the second para, it says what's distribution of key natural resources. What do you mean by key? Again, it is important. And when I talk about the third paragraph, it says what's important geophysical phenomena. Again, what? A word called as important. They're not concentrating on all, right? Holistic. When I talk about all is that word which is meaningless here. You start preparing everything, your preparation becomes endless and you may not almost achieve it in the stipulated time. So make your preparation very rational. Try to understand the syllabus. Trying to understand, that means almost to understand each and every word in the syllabus is very, very important. Right, sir? So with this level of decoding, understanding the very first paragraph of the syllabus,